Meanwhile, I want to ask you about some comments that President Trump made at the White House yesterday, talking about specifically a suggestion of injecting disinfectants into our body using sunlight to cure or to treat the coronavirus. He asked, is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning? There has been a lot of response and criticism from the media, the medical community to those remarks. What did you think when you heard them, and what do you think about that suggestion?
I think that the president is not a physician, and I think that the point here is that this virus is easily disinfected on surfaces. It's killed by soap and water if you actually wash your hands properly and wash your face properly. There's no evidence that ingesting anything into your body is going to deal with it, and I'll tell you why. Once the virus is in the cells, it's spreading from cell to cell. You're not going to be able to kill it that way. That's why we're looking for systemic treatments. That's why we're looking at antiviral treatments, ways to decrease the amount of inflammation that you see in small populations. But the small populations, because we just talked about, Sandra, the vast majority of people have a mild case. The real way to fight a virus off is to be in good health, to sleep well, to eat well, to exercise. A lot of that stuff we're not having trouble doing right now because we're under such stress. But no, there's not a disinfectant you can introduce into the body to fight this. By the time the virus gets in, it's already beyond that.
Okay, so very clearly you're making your response is that no one is suggesting that you do that, and you're certainly not recommending that. Kayleigh McEnany, spokesperson for the White House, put out a statement in response to all the criticism, and she said President Trump's repeatedly said that Americans should consult with medical doctors regarding their treatment, a point that he's emphasized again during yesterday's briefing. Leave it to the media to irresponsibly take President Trump out of context and run with negative headlines. So she makes the case that somehow those comments were taken out of context. Dr. Siegel, I could tell you were trying to jump back in there.
I just want to add one thing. The one thing you can actually do to prevent viral spread is to keep your nasal membranes moist. That's a barrier against viruses. So staying well hydrated is something we haven't talked about enough. When you're dehydrated and dry, the viruses get in more easily.
Very interesting. Meantime, there's new information on seniors, and some